The 2022 Lincoln Nautilus Standard. Hi, I'm Tim Bartz, Internet Sales Manager here at McArthur Ford in Salina, Kansas, where you can find some of the best walk-around videos of anywhere in the country right here on our YouTube channel. So if you're not subscribed to our channel, hit the red subscribe button down below so you can subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell. That way you can get notified next time we have another video uploaded to our YouTube channel. We are going to talk about all the standard equipment as well as optional equipment, including a packages available on the standard trim of the 2022 Lincoln Nautilus. So this is a great vehicle. We're going to cover all of the components. We're going to walk around the vehicle, talk about mechanical features, all the features that are standard on this, as well as those different packages. So there are going to be timestamps down below. Check those out down in the description if you're watching this on a desktop, or there's chapters down if you're watching this on a mobile. So feel free to move around the video. And we even have a timestamp at the end of the video where we're going to talk about our free shipping policy on our vehicles. If you want to get this vehicle dropped right to your door, or if you want to order a Lincoln Nautilus, you're going to know a little bit about how you want to order one through this video, and we can do that, and we can do MSRP pricing on any of our ordered vehicles, and we can have it shipped right to your door for free. So more information about that is going to be at the end of the video, but let's jump right in here. We're going to talk about some mechanical features, what motor drivetrains are available with this, as well as some of those safety features. Let's start by talking about some of the mechanical features. Now this is going to come standard in your front wheel drive with the 2.0 liter EcoBoost engine with your auto start stop technology and your 8-speed automatic transmission. Or you can get it in the optional all-wheel drive with the all-wheel drive disconnect with that same 2.0 liter EcoBoost engine with the auto start stop and your 8-speed automatic transmission. Now let's talk about that auto start stop for a second. What auto start stop does is when you come up to stoplight, stop sign, press the brake, it's going to automatically shut the vehicle off. When you let go of the brake, it's going to automatically turn it back on. Now it's something you can deactivate, and it's a little hard to find. There's a little button right there in the middle, right below the screen. Press that little square button there. It's going to go right into your driver assist features where you can deactivate your auto start stop if you want to for that engine cycle. You also notice right there while we're talking about it, there's an auto hold right there as well. This does have electric parking brake with the auto hold, and you can actually pull that over for the auto hold if you're at a stoplight, stop sign for a long period of time. It'll hold the brake. You can release and relax your foot a little bit, and then when you're ready to go, just hit the brake or hit the gas pedal at that point in time. So real nice having that all right there. You also do have the reverse brake assist that is also included with your Nautilus vehicles. Now, some of the other technology we can talk about, some of the safety features here. You do have electric, or the ePass, electric power assist steering that comes standard with this, as well as you do have the SOS post-crash alert system, and you have 911 assist as well. So SOS post-crash alert system, if you're off the side of the road in an accident, it's going to honk the horns, flash the lights, let people know that you need to come to your safety. And 911 assist allows you to call 911 directly if you get in an accident, something like that. This does have advanced track with roll stability control that helps you keep you on your intended path. So that way, if slick outside, you use a series of brakes around the vehicle, or if you go into a curve too fast, to be able to keep you on your intended path. Now this does have torque vectoring control that will help out with all the power from that torque from the transmission, keep you going straight. This does have that, controls that a little bit for you. And this does have not only the advanced track with roll stability control, but you do have your lane keeping system as well. So that helps you keep you in your lane. So it's 3 features that you do have a driver alert feature that helps you out. So if you're taking your hand off the steering wheel too often, it alerts you and lets you know that. It is a feature you can activate and deactivate along with your lane keeping system. And lane keeping has 2 different features within it. You have either an alert system or you have your aid system. So if you set it on the alert system, it'll let you leave your lane, but when you cross over those lines, it's going to vibrate the steering wheel and let you know you've left your lane. Or you have the aid system, which when you get over to those lines will try to keep you inside your lane. So that's great how that all works all together there, and some great safety features to really protect you in the vehicle there. Also, you do have some other ways to protect you when you're keeping the vehicle secure as well. You do have security code, passive, and a lock system. So what that means is that only the coded key can start the vehicle. So when you shut the vehicle off, it automatically locks that so that only the coded key can then turn the vehicle on, which is a great system to have. Also, you do have your perimeter alarm. So the perimeter alarm, what that's going to do for you when you have the vehicle locked, there's nobody inside the vehicle, it's going to it has intrusion sensors, so if somebody does break into the window or tries to get inside, start the vehicle, it's going to go off honk the horns and such and flash the lights, let people know there's someone trying to get in there and there's someone intruding into the vehicle. Also inclination sensors too. So if someone tries to raise that up, take your wheels or tires off, it's going to do the same thing for the vehicle and let people know that someone's trying to break into your vehicle. So some great features here. Again, some great safety features. It does have also, I think I might have forgotten, the pre-collision assist with automatic emergency braking and your post-collision braking. So pre-collision assist, if you're driving along, someone in front of you, they're maybe going too slow turning or you're not paying attention, it'll alert you and let you know there's someone in there, you need to hit your brakes, and even preloads the brake support. So you have brake support so that when you do hit that brake, it's going to be ready to stop on a dime. So that's real nice in how that works. And your post-collision braking, if you do get in an accident, maybe you're unconscious, can't put it in drive or park or shut the vehicle off, it's going to brake the vehicle so you don't go wandering off and hit somebody else. So a lot of mechanical features and safety features that I want to make sure we cover. But let's turn this around and talk about the styling and some of the other features on the exterior of the vehicle. Now let's start by talking about this grille. So this does have a satin grille right here with a chrome surround around the outside. Beautiful look to it. Of course, nice signature Lincoln star emblem there in the middle. Also, you're going to see body colored bumpers throughout here. So right here, as well as the fascia, is going to be body colored. In this case, it's that green gem here for this particular vehicle. Gorgeous dark green color. You do have some black, so a nice black painted right through here. I don't know if you can see that. We'll give you a close-up of that. So a nice painted black throughout on that lower part of the fascia. Chrome accent on the top of that lower part of that, as well as molded in black at the very bottom. So I'm going to try to give you a close-up of that. What they do is they take that black color, they put it in with the mold, so that way it's in there. It's not painted on, so you don't have to worry about chipping and such, or you get most of those rock chips down under here. It's going to protect it and make it more durable there. See the license plate bracket up here? That is a front license plate. It's standard equipment in states that require front license plate. Kansas is not one of those, so we always order it as the optional equipment. It's a no charge option. We'll get into optional equipment in a little bit later in the video, but front license plate bracket in states that require front license plate is standard equipment here. Let's talk about your headlights here for a second. You do have full LEDs up here on the front. So your LED headlights that are automatic feature, which means if you have an auto setting, they're going to come on automatically when it gets dark, shut off when it gets light. LED signature lighting that lights up underneath there. Also configurable daytime running lights as well, which are those LED signature lighting. Now it does have the fade up. I don't know if I can get it to do it because I've been sitting here with the vehicle for a little bit. But if you do unlock the vehicle and unlock it, maybe it'll do it. So it'll actually fade up under here and around the outside. It looks really cool when you approach the vehicle too, because it does have the nice approach sensors. So that way it's going to start doing that and light those up as you approach the vehicle when you've been away from it for a while. So that looks really nice on the vehicle. Also, you do get automatic auto high beams. So just like your automatic headlights, if it's dark outside, really dark, it'll turn those high beams on. If someone approaches you or in the city lights, it'll turn those off. So also a very nice feature. And that auto high beams is something you can activate or deactivate in your lighting setting screens. Now as we move around over here to the side, I want to talk to you a little bit about the windshield and the side windows, these front windows. They will have the acoustic laminated glass, and that's just two pieces of glass with plastic in between. It makes it really quiet on the highway and such, so it's nice. You see a lot of vehicles with it on the front windshield, but on the Nautilus you'll also have it on these side windows, these front windows too, to make it really quiet inside. Now the wheel here is going to look different than this one. This is actually have a package on it we're going to talk about later after standard equipment. The standard wheel will be an 18-inch premium painted alloy wheel. I'm going to show you a clip from Lincoln's website, what that looks like, so you have a good idea there. You will have all-season tires that's going to come with it, with your tire pressure monitoring system on all of 4 of those tires. You also have the ABS, electric braking system, with your disc brakes on the vehicle too. So great setup there for your wheels and tires. You'll see the black molding around here. That just really protects it. You're going to see that same molding on the lower part underneath with a chrome accent on there, kind of dresses that up. That's, again, molded in black down there for durability. Rocks, that kind of stuff gets kicked up. You don't want it chipping the paint and having to do a whole new paint on the side. So black molding will help protect a lot of that there. You'll see the nice Lincoln Nautilus here badging on the side on this door. And let's talk about the mirrors. A lot of features on this mirror here. You do have body colored mirror caps. So on the outside it's going to be body colored to match the body there, paint. You have the LED turn signals over here. So when you're wanting to turn, you can see that. I think if I unlock the vehicle, it actually might. There you go. You can see that. That'll turn on. It'll blink on for you and let you know that. You also do have the power heated glass on the mirror itself, and you're going to have signature lighting too. That'll light out beside the vehicle when you approach it. So this does have the Lincoln detection system. So when you approach the vehicle, as we talked about the headlights, they're going to fade up. Also over here on the side, it's going to put that down there. In fact, it's going to give you a nice welcome mat beside the vehicle. I'll try to give you a clip. We'll see how it works in here in the building. Try to give you a clip of that welcome mat. Also, it's going to light up your door handles too, so you can see those easily at nighttime as well. So nice features there. This does have your auto fold mirrors too. So if I lock the vehicle up, it'll fold those mirrors in. So, and it lines up that welcome mat perfectly beside the vehicle when you do that. So then when you open the vehicle and shut the door, it's going to move those back out. So auto fold mirrors are pretty nice. Also protects them when you're in those parking lots and such. Body color door handles here with the intelligent access, just as I demonstrated just now. If you have that key fob in your pocket, just put your hands in the door handle. It's going to automatically unlock the vehicle no matter which of the 4 doors you're on. The nice convenient feature about that is that if you have kids in the back, then you can unlock and lock the door from back here. If it's the last door or the first door you're getting into, you can use it back here because you can lock it from back there as well. So ridges on any of the doors, press those, it locks the vehicle up. You'll see the auto fold mirrors are going to fold in. Also, you do have the keypad, illuminated keypad entry here. So if you want to leave the keys inside or access the vehicle without your keys, you can set your own personal key code to be able to get in and out of the vehicle that way as well. You do have, I mentioned that secure lock passive anti-theft system, so it does take this key fob or the other key fob it comes with. The key is inside, so for some reason the vehicle, the battery is dead, you haven't driven it for a while or whatever, you can just put that key in there, unlock the vehicle, get in, pop the hood, and you can jump it and be on your way. It does have, of course, unlock lock here as well. If you're a ways away and maybe somebody needs to get in it, the kids want to get inside, and you're not at the vehicle to use the intelligent access, you can then unlock the vehicle, allow them to get in, or lock the vehicle if they're getting out and you're away from the vehicle. Also, it does have remote start on here too. And there's another feature on here we'll talk about when we get to the back of the vehicle. Also, you do have privacy glass in these back windows as well as the back glass. Keeps it a little bit cooler for everybody inside. Nice chrome beltline molding as well as around the window too, so it looks real sharp on the vehicle there. You do have an 18-gallon fuel tank with easy fuel capless filler door, so no cap to worry about leaving behind, getting your hands dirty, anything like that. You just open that door up, just put the nozzle in there, fill it up. If you do run out of gas, it does need the funnel that's in there because it's a double door system, and that second door is the exact size of the nozzle you see at the pump. And so it wouldn't, a regular gas can would not fit in there. So you'd need that funnel to fill it up. So just a reminder of that. We'll show you where that's located in just a little bit. And there is child safety locks on these doors. Didn't want to forget that. So if you open this, you can, right in here, you can use a key to turn that. That way the kids, that door can stay locked. So even if you have the vehicle, shut off, unlocked, they can't open the door and get out, especially if you're on a busy area and such like that. That's a great safety feature as well. So I think that's all the side features that I wanted to cover. By the way, these side rails up here are not standard equipment. We'll get into that when we get to optional equipment. As we move to the back of the vehicle, you will see a body colored rear spoiler up here. So body colored on the top, black, high gloss, black look painted underneath, as well as these side panels. You do have your third brake light, so your center high mounted stop light is what we call it in the automotive industry. And then you have rear defrost with rear wiper back here. You do have a washer under here, so you can keep that glass clean back there. You do have the nice chrome Lincoln lettering up here with a chrome accent as well. And then you do have your LED tail lights and LED signature lights. So let me unlock this. You can see that LED light clear across the back, looks real sharp. You do have also LED backup lights too when you're backing the vehicle up. So you have the rear view camera with a washer on there, as well as reverse sensing that sits here on these body colored bumpers. So as you're backing up, you're going to be able to see behind you. You also get alerted if you get too close to anything. It does have the reflector, goes right between the bumper and the lower molded in bumper. Again, molded in black. It's more durable that way. You do have the silver painted lower part of this rear skid plate back here. Gives a little touch of class back there with the chrome tip dual exhaust right there too. Does have your power lift gate. That's the other button that's on here. So you just press that twice. It's going to open it up. Also, there is a switch right under here. You can press that and it locks. It's going to act just like that. In fact, let's go ahead and shut this and demonstrate that. So I want to demonstrate. So we're going to go ahead and lock the vehicle up. Make sure it's latched. We're going to lock the vehicle up, so you can approach the vehicle in the back as well. It works just like intelligent access for your doors. You just press this button and it's going to unlock it and lift it up as well. So if you're wanting to use that, don't have the keys out and don't want to use the key to open it, you can do that as well. It'll open that up. Now you can lower and raise this up. There's this set over here. So as you can tell, it didn't go all the way to the top. So if I move that up and then I press and hold this button, it takes a little while. There we go, it beeps. So now if the next time it's gonna raise up, it's gonna go all the way to the top instead of stopping where it was before. So if you're a little bit shorter, you bring it down, you set it so you can reach it. If you're a little bit taller, you don't wanna hit your head, then you can move it up and set it that way as well. I'm gonna take these floor mats out here. You do have floor mats, our standard equipment. You have 4 for the front as well as the rear footwells. There's a cargo net in here too. We'll get into that in just a little bit. I think that's actually part of a different package. Now in here you will see carpet in the flooring as carpet is on those seat backs. 60/40 split bench seat. You'll see there's some little chrome little latches on the back. That is part of the latch system, the lower anchors and tethers for children. So for those front facing car seats, when you fasten those into there's some fasteners in between the seat cushion and seat back for front and rear facing, but when you turn that front face or the car seat so where it's front facing, you can then latch the strap on the back. Most of those car seats will have that, so that way that car seat can't move forward. So that's a nice protection there. And then the 60/40 split bench seat, you can adjust those right over here. You do have switches there. That is power release, not power folding, so you remember that. So you just press that button over here, and I'll go ahead and do the left one. It's going to release it and let it fall forward. So it doesn't fold all the way flat, as you can tell there. A little bit of an incline there, but if you have something a little bit longer, you can lower that down. Still allow somebody to sit over here if you need to, right there having the 60/40 that way. There's a power point back in here on that same side over there on the left side. So real nice how that all works. And then there are some tie downs in here, so some loops here towards the back, as well as some up here. So that cargo netting we talked about would sit in those. So it position themselves on these 4 little spots and keep that back there. Put those, things that won't slide around, grocery sacks, that kind of thing. You can put them in there so they won't slide around in the rear cargo area that way. Also this floor, you just raise this up. You do have a cargo management system in here. So plenty of places to put jumper cables, blankets, those kind of things. That funnel's on the left side over there, as you can see in that clip. And standard equipment is that tire inflator and sealant kits. So that's standard equipment. You can get the spare as optional equipment. We'll talk about that when we get to optional equipment, but you'll want to make sure if you want that you want a spare tire, it is a mini, but you'll want to make sure you add that as optional equipment. We'll get into that in just a little bit there. So I think I've covered everything in here that's inside the vehicle in the cargo area. There is an LED light back here too. Or not LED, but there's a light back here, a cargo light in the vehicle, and so a lot of great features back here. Let's move inside, talk about some of the interior features now. Now moving to the interior. Now here in the interior there are going to be some airbags that come with this. Now some of the safety features I mentioned earlier, but airbags I did not. I wanted to wait and talk about it when we get in here. So for the driver and front passenger, you have a dual stage front airbag. That means it deploys a different size airbag, depends on how close you are to the front of the vehicle, whether it be the steering wheel or to the glove box. And it's going to have a sensor underneath the seat that knows how close you are to deploy the correct size airbag if you have a front collision. Also, speaking of that, if you also have driver knee airbag, as well as a glove box integrated front passenger airbag that deploy an airbag to protect those knees from that front collision there. Real nice in having that. Also, you have side impact airbags on the side of those seats. So if they have a side collision, it'll protect the driver and front passenger from that head-on, that side collision impact. Also, it does have the safety canopy airbags with a rollover sensor. So if it's going to roll the vehicle over, it's going to deploy down the sensors there so you know that it has that protects it from breaking glass and such like that. 2 different color interiors that are available for the standard trim. You have what we're seeing with this one here, which is that sandstone interior. So it's that tan seats as well as tan on the doors, several spots as well as across the dash like you're seeing here. And then your headliner is going to be sandstone regardless if you go with the sandstone or the optional ebony, which I'm showing you a clip of right now. That ebony interior that's going to give you the ebony seats, also ebony interior door trim as well as across the dash, but you're still going to get the sandstone on the headliner up there. So that's the difference between those 2 interior trim colors. Now for the seats. It is a Lincoln soft touch seat. A lot of people ask me, is that leather? Ford does not reserve the word leather to those, as well as Ford doesn't do that on the Ford lineup, because they, want that luxury leather upgrade. These are what like Ford likes to call them the Active X. Lincoln calls them the Lincoln Soft Touch. They were a much easier clean seat, and there's a lot of manufacturers out there that would call this their leather seat, but Ford is really making sure that people know that this is a different texture and look and feel. But these are very comfortable seats, maybe more comfortable than the leather seats, and they will wipe clean a lot easier than the leather seat will. Now the driver and front passenger will get the power driver seat and power passenger seat. On the driver's side, it will be a 10-way power seat, power recline, power forward and back, power lumbar as well. And then the difference between this and the 8-way on the passenger side is that both of them will have an up and down for the seat cushion itself, for the back to come up if you need it up. The difference is the driver also, that front cushion can come up and down too. So that way it kind of makes it puts a little less pressure on the legs if you like it that way, or more pressure for the driver, depends on that. So that's the difference between the 10-way and the 8-way. You will have heated seat for the driver and front passenger as well, so you can do that by using the buttons up here. Also in the back seat, talk about that 60/40 split bench seat back there. As you can see there, we talked about the easy fold release for those seats, the seat backs. You do have an armrest that comes out of the middle backrest back there as well. And then back here on the console, you'll see 2 vents back there, so you can have those climate, the heat or the AC coming back to them. You also, if you press a little button down there on the bottom, that opens up the little door for your connectivity back there. So you have 2 USB ports, a USB Type A and a USB Type C, and you also have a 12-volt power point as well back there if you have one of those adapters for your phones. So that's all goes back there. I think I've covered everything else back there. Here on the door, you do have your power windows, locks, and mirror switches. One thing about the power lock switch or power window switches, it is open one touch up and down for all 4 of the windows, which means you just hard press it down, release, you don't have to hold it, it's going to roll that window all the way down. Also coming up, you just press it until you kind of feel a little lock, and then it'll go ahead and go up, and you don't have to hold it, which is really nice. Also, global open close windows, which means you can use your remote when you're on the outside of the vehicle to open those windows or close the windows using your remote. So real nice and easy to do that. Pretty easy to use. If you want to open those windows, you use the unlock button. So you press and hold the unlock, and you have to hold it for a while because they want to make sure your intention is to roll down those windows, and then it's going to roll the windows down. To close them, you would hit the lock and then press and hold the lock, and it'll do the same thing, bringing those windows up, which is really nice. There's a lot of them out there that have global open, but not open and close like on the Lincoln Nautilus. It does also have the driver memory for 3 different drivers over here, and that's going to memorize the position of your seat as well as the mirrors for those 3 different drivers, which is a nice feature to have there. It does have a dedicated nice leather wrap steering wheel with some nice stitching on it as well here. And you're going to have the manual tilt and telescoping steering wheel. So there's a lever on the side over here that will be located on the side. It'll go up and down, forward and back, and then you can manually lock that in there. Also here, I'm going to talk about all the controls on the levers as well as on the steering wheel itself. So the lever over here on the left side, of course, up and down is going to be for your turn signals. And then, of course, on the end over here is going to be where you activate and deactivate your lane keeping system. A lot of people don't know where that's located. It is located over there on the end. The lever over here on the right side is going to be for your wipers, but a lot of things going on over here. Of course, if you just press it straight down, that's going to just wipe it once. So if maybe there's something just got on there, you can just want to wipe it again, you can just press down, and it's going to wipe once. If you go up, that first notch is going to be for your intermittent wipers, and you use that little chrome switch rotation dial right there in the middle to tell you how often you want that intermittent to start to wipe again. And then you go up, and that's going to be where it's going to go on constantly, and then go up again, and it's going to be even faster there. Now, if you want to clean off the windshield, you just pull that lever towards you like this, and that is going to turn the washer on, and then the wiper will come on. Now the switch over here on the end of it is going to control your rear wiper. So there's two different positions there for the rear wiper, and if you want to clean that wiper or clean that back window off, you press it away from you. So you'd go away from you like that, and it's going to turn that washer on and then you would turn your wiper on to wipe that clean back there. Now on the steering wheel itself, you do have on the left side over here on the lower part you're gonna see the nice controls over here for the cruise control right there. So they're real nice and easy to use with the on, off, cancel, and everything like that. The switch right above that is going to be your volume controls, and pre-settings for your audio are going to be right there. Now the controls over here on the left side over here, the bottom ones, are going to control your making and receiving phone calls, you're changing the source for your audio, you're activating your navigation to come onto the screen, as well as the gears down there go for your settings to go into that, and the DISP is your display. So that's, you go over here and that's going to show your display on the screen here. So let's talk about that. When we go to the controls up above that, the one over there on the right will be your voice commands, so you can tell the system to do different things other than just make and receive phone calls. You can tell it to change your audio levels, you can change your climate and that kind of stuff using that button right there. Now the Chrome button that goes up and down, as well as when you press it straight in, as well as the arrow, is going to control the 12.3 inch LCD instrument cluster right here. And this is where I've shown you some settings and how you can adjust those settings. This is where we use what we use to control that, and that's the screen that we look at to see those right there. Now right here in the middle of the dash, you're going to see a nice chrome accent with the piano style shifter keys, and your push button start button is going to be right there as well. So real nice and elegant look and feel to it, a great look and feel altogether right there. Now the controls are right below that is where you're going to see your dual zone climate control. So the driver and front passenger have two different temperatures. You can control that right here with these buttons, and your audio controls are going to be controlled with those little dials and buttons right above that. It will have a 10-speaker audio sound system with a subwoofer, includes Sirius XM with 360L, also gives you the nice 13.2-inch LCD touchscreen with the Sync 4 system. That's that new automated, new system with better commands, so more conversational commands to the system. You do have the Android Auto, Apple CarPlay system as well within that system. So real nice, your audio, climate, everything can be controlled with that nice touchscreen. That's where your backup camera comes into view as well. Now these buttons right here in the middle, I want to kind of highlight those, because the bottom one we talked about earlier is where you can go right into your driver assistance, where you see your auto hold as well as your auto start stop buttons, and deactivate those by going to that switch there. But that little P up there, really unique to the Lincoln lineup. You press that and it helps you find the parking spaces, parking lots, if you have the optional navigation system, which this vehicle has because it has the premium package. So we'll talk about that package just in a little bit, but that's pretty cool, and that's what that P is right there. And then the little camera is for your backup camera to come into view right there. So if you do have upgraded, if you go up to reserve and such, you can have other camera system as well, and that button will activate that. Up here in the rear view mirror, it does have a frameless rear view mirror auto dimming feature as well, so you don't have a lever to worry about. The cars come behind you with those bright lights, it's going to automatically dim that mirror. You have an overhead console with a sunglass bin, so you just press that, put those sunglasses in there. They won't get scratched up by putting them in your console with anything else right there as well. I'll tell you about a couple of different spots of storage. You have one right back here, which is really cool. You can see that right there in the camera view. So that's real nice. Put some smaller things in there. You have a bigger one down here that you can't see, so I'm gonna give you a clip of that. Real big. It does have the Lincoln, that kind of has a grip pad under there so things won't slide around, and bigger items you can put down there. Purse would fit down in there, that kind of thing, and some other things, that whatever you want to put down in there. There is a media hub, and there is like a door to it right now, as you can see. Press that little chrome lever and that opens that up. Retractable, really cool in how that works. You do have a USB Type A and Type C connectivity right there, and a big enough compartment to be able to put that cell phone down in there and leave it in there if you need to, and then shut that door. Two cup holders right here, and then you have a nice console behind that. Two different levers. The one over here on the left, if you press that, opens it up to the tray, so you can put smaller items in there, pretty easy. But if you press the button on the right, it will hold that tray up against there, give you the bigger compartment to be able to put things in, as well as you do have a power point right there, and you have cord slots to go from left, right, or even one in the middle right there as well. And the last thing I want to talk about is the Lincoln Connect. And that's a way for you to stay connected to your vehicle using a Lincoln app. So you program your vehicle in there. You can, with that app, you can go ahead and remote start the vehicle from anywhere, unlock and lock your vehicle, schedule remote start times, even locate your vehicle using the app. So real nice, resourceful app that you can access your vehicle, and even can see, you know, tire pressure on there, fuel, how much fuel you have in there, all those things using that app. So real nice and how that all works. I think I've covered all the standard features so far. Let's talk about a package that you might consider getting. Now we're going to talk about one of the packages you can get on the standard trim of the 2022 Lincoln Nautilus, and that is the premium package. So this premium package upgrades quite a few features here, and it includes several features in the package, and one of them is the wheel that you're seeing on this particular vehicle. 18-inch premium painted alloy wheel, so great looking wheel, and there's an upgraded wheel for this. Comes with its own dedicated all-season tire as well there, and don't forget we'll have the tire pressure monitoring system. On the interior, you do have the power tilt and telescoping steering wheel that is going to be included with this too. So it included with the memory. So earlier we talked about driver memory that controls the mirrors and the seat. Also the tilt and telescoping steering wheel will be included within that feature too. So power tilt and telescoping steering wheel, nice feature. Universal garage door opener. So on the visor, you're going to have the garage door openers on there. So that is going to be included with 3 different transmitters. So, you know, if you have a couple different garage doors, it'll work on all those. You can program those in so you don't have the garage door opener sitting on that visor there. Also, you're going to get the connected built-in navigation system with this. So this is where you get the on-screen navigation system with the live traffic, as well as predictive destinations. Great, it's a 3-year service that you get with this for free. After that, you will have to pay for the subscription, which is like less than $10 a month. I paid for it on mine, so you can get that on the vehicle too. So this is a real nice package. We usually include in a lot of our vehicles we order for our inventory, so premium package is pretty popular on the standard trim. Now we're going to talk about some standalone options, and the first ones we're going to talk about are factory installed standalone options, and then we'll go inside to the desk and I'll pull up the build and price for the other options and go over accessories as well as dealer installed options that are now available for this year. But let's talk about these factory installed options that you want to make sure you have on the vehicle. One of them we added on this particular vehicle, and that's these satin side rails. So they don't come with the crossbars, just the side rails. Really dresses up the roof line up here with this in a nice look to the roof line. So that's something you add as optional equipment. Very inexpensive to add that, and we add it on this particular vehicle. Also, you do have the front license plate bracket. And again, states that don't require front license plate like Kansas, it is a standalone option. It's a no-charge option, but you want to make sure you have that added so the dealer installs it at no cost to you. Also, you have the engine block heater. Engine block heater is an option, especially if you have to keep your vehicle outside in the wintertime when it gets really cold. You might want to plug it into the house. It helps start that vehicle and that engine start up a little bit easier that next morning if you want to use your remote start features. Also in the rear, we talked about this earlier, tire sealant and inflator kit is standard equipment. If you want that spare, mini spare, 18-inch mini spare is an optional equipment. It would go, of course, in place of the tire sealant and inflator kit, so you'll get that instead, but that can be ordered as a standalone option. So you definitely, if you want that spare tire, you want to make sure you add that to your build as optional equipment. So now we've covered all the standard equipment as well as some equipment that's of course in that premium package, but also we covered the factory standalone options. Now the rest of the options that are listed on Lincoln's Build and Price are also located on their website under their exterior and interior features, and one of them under the packages. So I'm going to show you the difference between those and between ones that aren't available when you go to order your vehicle with your dealer. So let's go ahead and go on over here to Lincoln's website. So there we go. So you go to Lincoln.com and you get you're seeing this current page like we're seeing now. Now click on the vehicles up here. I'm going to go down to the Nautilus. So click on the Nautilus, and it takes a couple different screenshots. You got a build and price down here button, and you have one up here. So let's click on the one up above. And then we do have to acknowledge that basically saying there's high demand and constraints. There's some things that may not be available, even though they're showing on the build and price. So we are talking about the standard trim here, which started at $43,564 dealer for Lincoln's destination and delivery. So click Start Your Build, and you're going in here. Now you can see all the different color choices here, and I don't usually cover the colors that are available. Here's the 9 colors that are available on the standard trim for the Lincoln Nautilus. So you can go in here and change those colors. That one that we had inside was I called it the green gem earlier, and it's actually the gilded green color is what that is. And in the building, you notice it's a little darker. Some of these colors are a little off from what they really are on their website, but a lot of them are pretty close. And this one here, you know, that's a pretty color. So saw that out there in the building. So now if we look in here at the top, you do have sections where you can click on and go to different parts of the building price real easily by clicking up there, or you can just scroll down and you'll get there as well. Now, when we go and we're actually under the exterior information here, and we're talking about those different things. We talked about the standard wheel, and we already talked about this wheel that is part of the premium package. So if I did try to select that wheel, it will actually pop up and tell you that you have to add the premium package to get that wheel. So just so you know, some of that stuff is that way. Now moving down here to exterior options, we already talked about some of these as being a factory installed options, and some of them the dealer can install them. Now this first one here is, it does say the side rails. Now we talked about that as part of the options we just mentioned in the earlier clip. We talked about the mini spare as well, the engine block heater as well. All those are standard, that are options for you that you'd want to order from the factory. But these last two are ones that you can order after you get your vehicle. Now, the splash guards is listed on Ford's or Lincoln's build and price under the dealer installed options, because basically they would ship those splash guards ahead of time and the dealer would install them. So if I click on that, sometimes it'll actually change this picture and show you what those look like. And that is not updating and showing you what it looks like. But the splash guards, mud flaps, some people call them, would go on that vehicle for you. So that's something, again, you can get that through your Lincoln dealer parts, and they can put them on as well after you get your vehicle. I will tell you, on some models, the splash guards are holding up production of getting a vehicle built. So if you order a vehicle, it's taking a while, you have the splash guards on there, you might consider taking those off. Also the lug nut. So you has the exposed locking lug nut. That is also a dealer installed option. So those would be sent to the dealership ahead of time, and the dealership would install those for you. $75. You can also install them yourselves and get them through Lincoln parts or aftermarket, or even go to Lincoln Accessories and get those yourself. Now let's move on into the interior features. And again, here's where we've talked about the different two color interiors, your ebony versus your sandstone, which is what we had as our model vehicle earlier. And you go down here and you have some other options as well. So these others, most of these interior features are things that get placed in the vehicle and not really installed in the vehicle. So again, please think about considering not putting those on your vehicle, but getting those afterwards. And the first one is the first aid kit. It's $50. Does include band-aids, scissors, things like that. If you happen to have something, an accident, something, then that would come in real handy. You can stow that in, that the cargo management system underneath that cargo flooring would be a great place to be able to put that right there, so you know you have it in your vehicle. Moving on down, you got a couple cargo organizers. You have a smaller one, the standard size. It says pop up because they actually fold and condense down when you don't need it, and then they open up and you can put groceries in there, different things like you're seeing right there. The other one is a larger one. You can see it's a little bit bigger, so it contains more features in there, more things can fit in there, and again, it'll pop down and fold down as well. And then you have a soft side cooler bag as well. So again, that just placed in the vehicle. Again, you can get those through Lincoln Accessories real easily, or even go to Ford's website. But if you want the Lincoln branded ones, you want to go to Lincoln Accessories. So that's all of those features. I think I covered all of them except for there's a few in the packages. So if you keep going down here, we'll get to packages. There's your powertrains, and this is where you would select all-wheel drive versus front-wheel drive, so you can see how that would change your price. And then move on down, there's your packages. We talked about the standard package. And then you have these this other package down here we talked about earlier, that premium package. If you click on the eye on any of them, you get more information. Those goes over the features we talked about, the wheels, the power tilt and telescoping steering wheel, garage opener, and the connected built-in nav. Again, it's $1,500 for that package. Now, there's two other ones. There's a cargo accessories package with mats. There's one with and without the floor mats. So, we talked about earlier, standard equipment was the carpeted mats. And here's where you can add the with or without the carpeted mats, even with the floor liners. So basically, click on the eye, you can see there. That gives you the all-weather floor liners without the carpeted mats. You get the cargo mat, which let me show you what that looks like down here. It looks like that right there. So click on that. There's what your cargo mat is going to look like. So that's where you can get the cargo mat. That's part of that package. And then go back in here. And then you have the rear bumper, anti-scratch, pad, and load protector. So that's pretty nice because that protects the back bumper. from different things. Now, you'll notice those both packages, the only difference is one comes with the floor mat, the carpeted mats, and one comes without it. So you can save yourself $140 if you never plan on using the carpeted mats by going with this top one here. So those are all the equipment, the things that you can get from the factory. These other accessories down here are ones that you get from Lincoln Accessories. You can get those later. And you can get them through here, but if you try to select them and try to get it to your dealer and say, hey, I want this, when they're not able to select it on when they build your vehicle, because that's not included in what Lincoln calls their order guide, so they're not able to get. But you can get it later through your Lincoln dealer parts or accessories departments, and so that's how that would work there. Of course, any of this you can go down here and then see the official price when you're done adding your different options, including the destination charges that Lincoln charges you to get it from the factory to your dealer. That is going to be a charge that's going to be put on every vehicle regardless. So there's kind of how the build and price works. Now, I do want to include and talk about, there's one feature that I think I omitted earlier as standard equipment, there's so many features on the mirror that I forgot to talk about, and that is the bliss. And I don't even think it's included in here, and it mentions it in here, but the bliss with cross-traffic alert, that blind spot information system with cross-traffic alert, is standard equipment on your Lincoln Nautilus. So that is going to include, of course, a blind spot information system. So if there's someone in your blind spot, it puts a light in the corner of that mirror and lets you know it's not safe to go in that lane. And also, as you're backing up, if someone's going to cross your path behind you, like if you're backing out of a parking space or something like that, it'll alert you and let you know there's someone there by some tones that you shouldn't back up. Some warning tones, as well as it lights up the corner of the mirror and puts a message on that instrument cluster as well, and let you know if they're coming from the left or the right as you're backing up. So I wanted to make sure I try to make this as thorough as can be. So I wanted to make sure I included that, as well as that cargo net is also standard equipment that comes with the vehicle. It's not listed on the order guide, but it is put in the vehicle that we had out there, and it's not included in the premium package. So I know it must be standard equipment on all your Lincoln Nautiluses. So that's all the standard equipment, as well as the different packages available and your standalone options all in one video. So hopefully this video did help you out. Don't forget, you can order a vehicle from any of your local dealerships. If you're struggling, need to find a dealership, we are doing free shipping here, and we're pricing ours at MSRP pricing. So the way our free shipping works is we are very transparent about it. We do ask you to finance a vehicle with one of our lenders, sometimes even Lincoln.com. And that way we can use the financing reserve that we get to pay for the shipping to you. And that's why we usually cap it about $1,000. So we'll cover the first $1,000. If it's outside of that, if it's too far away, then we ask you to cover the rest of the costs. And again, very transparent about that. But if you're wanting to do that, make sure you order a vehicle the way you want it to from a dealership that knows their product and have it delivered right to your door. McArthur Lincoln is the place to go, so we can do that. So you can call. The numbers are on the screen there if you want to call or send us a text message and get that process started. We can do that for you. And don't forget, if you did like this video, smash the like button. I really appreciate it. If you're not subscribed to the channel yet, hit the red subscribe button down below so you can subscribe over to the channel. Hit the notification bell. That way you get notified the next time another video uploaded to our YouTube channel. And also, don't forget, you can find us on social media. We do have a Lincoln Facebook page. Just search for McArthur Lincoln, so you can find that Facebook page, as well as you can find us on Instagram and Twitter at McArthur there. And if you want to follow me, you can always find me on Twitter. I'm at Tim Bartz there as well. So hopefully you did enjoy this video. Hopefully it helped you out and get some information on the 2022 Lincoln Nautilus Standard trim. Thanks for watching. We'll see you later.